Hey there, it's Simon Hurley from Inklips, and welcome to another video. All throughout this week, I'm going to be participating with Kraftin Kimmie as a guest designer for some of their new releases for their awesome Christmas stamp sets. Today we're using the Happy Winter Days stamp set, and we're going to be using that awesome little fox wearing that Christmas hat and scarf, the two little ornaments, and the wishing you warm memories sentiment. I'm going to be also using Stabilo pens to add texture and fur to this fox. So I'm going to be starting off by stamping down this little guy onto some watercolor cardstock using some Simon Says Stamp black ink. This ink is waterproof, so it's really nice for watercoloring, which is what we're going to be doing today. I'm starting off with a light brown tan kind of color here, and we're going to be just adding it into some of the darkest places on the fox's head. These are the fine point pens, but I know they also carry a brush tip for the Stabilo pens, so you can get whichever one you would like. I find that the fine tip actually adds better fur detail, which is what we're focusing on today for this little fox. I'm also going to add darker areas for where the drop shadows are, so where an item meets another item, like the hat on his head, and his little ears and nose. Then I'm bringing in my Tim Holtz water brush, and we're going to water this all out. You don't need to work too hard to make these lines disappear, because you really want some of those lines to stay there. To make it look like fur, I want there to still be some texture. In this video you can't quite see it, but there is a lot of texture with those little lines that are still left there with the page if you don't work your water too hard into those areas where the pen landed. It really gives some nice texture, and I love how furry the fox looks. I'm also going to do the same with the scarf, and also for the lighter color of his fur, we're going to be just using a lighter tan color and watering that out as well. On some of those lighter colors, you can definitely notice some of that texture there, and that's what I'm really going for in this card. So to create the background today, to create that snowy background, we're going to be using some of the brush up colors. Here's a little look at some of the colors. I made this swatch chart the other day so that I would know what some of the colors looked like. So we're starting with Perusian blue, and this is my darkest color for today, and I'm going to be putting it in the top left corner of my card. This is also watercolor cardstock we're working with. And then I'm going to go in with cobalt blue, and we're just going to make kind of an ombre effect, or kind of a fade down my card, where the lightest area will be where the fox will be sitting. So I'm just going from dark to light with all my brush stroke colors. This is the Ast blue color. And then finally, last but not least, we're using the ultramarine. And we're just going to shake some of this on. I'll go in more depth with some videos in the future showing some brush show, but I just wanted to do a quick look at them today, and I will do many more videos in the future, don't worry. So I'm using my Distress sprayer, and I'm going to be spritzing my background down a little bit, and look at that awesome color and texture you get with those brush shows. I really love how it looks. I'm taking some more watercolor cardstock and stamping these two ornaments down in some Simon Says Stamp black ink onto the cardstock here. We're going to be watercoloring these in again with the Stabilo pens, so I'm going to just do kind of the same process that I did earlier. Then to color these in, I'm using some lighter colors. I'm starting out with a lighter red here, and we're going to shade the left side of the image. And then I'm going to go in with a darker red, and I'm just going to go in with a little bit less color there. Then to do the green, I'm taking a light green as well, and just fading from left to right, like I did in the red one, and I'm going to go in with a darker green color as well here. Now, as we did earlier, I'm going to come in with my water brush and water these both out. You can definitely, again, notice the texture in there, and I really actually love how that looks. So I'm just going to continue watercoloring these, and we're just going to continue on with that red one as well. And I'm just going to water these down, again, not working in the color too much because you do want to see those lines in the end. I'm using some Simon Says Stamp black ink once again, and we're using some regular cardstock here, and I'm going to stamp down the sentiment that says, "Wishing you warm memories." I love this sentiment, and the two fonts that she's combined here, I really love the design of that. Now I'm adding a little bow with some silver thread here on top of those ornaments to make it look like they're hanging from on top of the card. Then we're going to adhere everything together here, and I really love how it all looks. And I'm using some glossy accents to add some different dimension to the features on the fox. And also I'm going to cover some glossy accents onto the ornaments as well. I did add some white dots around the card before I did this as well, because I love adding white dots. It gives a lot of extra detail and dimension as well. So I'm just adding a thin coat of glossy accents to the areas I want to kind of pop or stand out off my card. Alright, so that about finishes off for today's card, guys. I hope you really enjoyed today's video using Stabilo pens to add texture, and also a little look into Brusho on creating a background, which I really love. I hope you guys enjoyed this Kraftin Kimmie release. I love this stamp set today, and be on the lookout for some more videos in the future. If you'd like to purchase this stamp set, you can go to kraftinkimmie.com, and remember, all the products that I've used in today's project will be listed and linked down below in the description, or over at my blog, inklips.com, where you can find much more information about this card and many others. Please subscribe if you want more videos in the future, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Have a great day. Bye!